Now, the second thing that we need, though, in order to have fun tonight, is you have to be willing to believe the impossible for just a few minutes. Can I ask you to do that? All right, so are you willing to believe the impossible for just a few minutes? Are you sure? All right, well, usually when that happens, I can find something in here. Are you sure you're believing? Are you guys, this kind of depends on you, so you gotta help me out. Oh! There it is. Very good. Hey, that's a good start. We gotta get warmed up, okay? We gotta get warmed up. Now, another thing that sometimes helps us, okay, along the way is, what's it called? What's it called? It's called a magic word. A magic word. You guys know any magic words? Okay, I heard abracadabra. Yeah, I don't use that one. I don't do that one. Hocus pocus. Nah, that's fast. At my house, the magic word we use is skacky wacky. My 3-year-old came up with it, okay? And so, can you guys see if that works for us tonight? All right, on 3, give me a skacky wacky. 1, 2. Not bad. Not bad. Very good, very good. So, getting better. More of you are believing. Now, another thing that helps us sometimes is one of these. You guys know what this is? Yes, also known as a stick, okay? And so we have our magic hat, and we have our magic wand, and we have our magic word, all right? Let's see what happens when we put them together. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Nice! Very good. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I am thoroughly impressed. Look, we started here. You guys are going to have a little fun. Then we got here. We're going to have fun. I think we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, okay? So give yourselves one more round of applause, okay? Yeah, very good, very good. All right. Now, I do have a question as we get started here tonight. How many of you got... Wait. I feel like maybe more of you are starting to have some fun. Feel like you're going to start... Whoa! Look at that! Wow! Very good. We are in for a great show tonight. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause one more time. That's all you. What? Now, I was really going to ask you a question before you guys interrupted me. How many of you got some candy tonight? Very good. How many of you got lots of candy tonight? How many of you want to give all your candy to me? Man, that's okay. That's okay. I already got some candy. I went around too, and some people said, "Oh, you're too old." And I said, "Please." And so they gave it to me anyway. What do you do the first time when you get your candy? What's the first thing you do though? No, you gotta hide it. You gotta hide it. So I hid my candy, and I'm gonna show you where I hide it, but don't tell anyone. Deal? I don't feel like you're a trustworthy crowd. I'm not sure. I hide it in here. There's so much. It's gonna. What? One bag of Skittles. Pastor Brian, I am gonna get him. I know it was him, or was it one of you? That's okay. He took it out. He took it out. It's okay. You know why? Because I like Skittles. What? They're good. How many of you guys like Skittles? How many of you guys got some Skittles? How many of you forgot how long it takes to chew Skittles? I did too. But that's okay. I really do.
Look what he's pulling out of his mouth.
That was a big bag. My mom didn't check that candy before I tasted it. Taste the rainbow. It's not even that tastes as good as you might think, actually. That's okay. You got one half pack of Skittles, but you guys can help. You know the magic word, right? On 3, give it to me. 1, 2, 3. We're full of Skittles. No, we got plenty. Yes, thank you. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm hiding them from Pastor Brian. That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, well, thank you very much. I would share with you, but your parents would get upset with me. I do want to tell you something really important right now. I want to show you something that I made, actually. I made this. Any of you guys make a jack-o'-lantern this year? No? Nobody did? You didn't make one? Carve a little face, light it up. I have to light it up like this because my mom said I'm not allowed to play with fire. So that's how I have to do it. But we carve these guys, right? Put a little smile on their face. Can I see your best pumpkin face on 3, 1, 2, 3? Very nice, very nice. Okay, some of them not as good, but anyway. Well, I want to tell you something important though that the Bible tells us. See, we all like to have a smile. Do y'all like smiling? I do. But the Bible tells us that actually more important than what's on the outside is what's on the inside. And as people, sometimes we can't tell what's going on in the inside, but God knows, and so He tells us. And He tells us that there are 2 kinds of people. There are people who know Jesus and have a relationship with Him, and then there are people who don't know Jesus and don't have a relationship with Him. And the Bible tells us that what's inside those people are very, very different. You see, inside of people that don't know Jesus are not good things. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. See, there's this stuff inside of people that don't know Jesus called sin. In fact, it starts in all of us. And sin is this stuff that we do that's wrong. You all ever done anything wrong before? Yeah, I have too. The Bible says that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. And this stuff, it gets in the way, but it kind of gets worse because also the Bible says that sin kind of traps us. It bonds us, it chains us up, and there's nothing we can do to get away from it. But it actually gets worse, if you can imagine. We have this sin, and it bonds us up, chains us up. But the Bible also says the wages of sin is death. And death is this separation from God. It means that we don't get to go to heaven and be with Him. And I don't know about you. Do you want this stuff in your life? I don't want this stuff in my life. And you know what the cool thing is? God doesn't want it in our lives either. God doesn't want death for us. God doesn't want chains for us. God doesn't want sin in our life. But you see, that's the cool thing. God did something about our sin. He sent Jesus to earth, who was perfect. He'd never sinned, and He died on the cross for us. And when He rose again, He defeated death. He defeated sin. And all we have to do is put our trust in Him. All we have to do is let Him know that we believe that. But sometimes as people, we don't want to do that. We want to do it on our own, right? We want to try. I'll clean it off myself. But you know what? We can't. Or sometimes we just try and hide it. Nobody can see it. It's still there. God can see it. And so God did something amazing. When we put our trust in Jesus, it's amazing what happens. Watch. I'll show you. Jesus takes our sin and He starts to change it. When we put our trust in Him, He forgives us. And all that sin that was there is now gone. It's gone. He takes it all away and makes us perfectly clean on the inside. And you see, we might think, well, that's amazing in and of itself. Jesus takes that sin and he gets rid of it. He forgives us. But when we put our trust in Him, that's not all. Because remember, all that stuff that was in there, that death, the chains, all that, it's not there. It's not there anymore. It's gone. He takes all of that stuff and He removes it from our life. But He replaces it. He puts other things inside our hearts instead. Things like peace and hope and love and joy. All these things that before there's no way we could have had in our life. And we might think, well, that's good. But God doesn't stop there. The more we get to know Him, the more His love just grows and grows and grows. And it just gets bigger and bigger. And He just keeps amazing us with the things that He puts in our life. And you know, I think, well, there's got to be an end to God's love, right? There's not. The Bible tells us when we have a relationship with Jesus, it just keeps going and going. And we can have a relationship with Him that lasts forever into eternity because of the love that He has for us. And so if you're here tonight and you don't know what that means to have a relationship with Jesus, it's simple. It's just a matter of telling Jesus you agree with him and understand that you're a sinner and that he came and he died for you. And through that, we accept that. We put our trust in him. We can have the amazing blessings that God wants us to have. So let's give God a big round of applause for all the things that he does in our lives. Y'all got time for a couple more? Yeah. All right. I'll show you, the next one I want to show you is one of my favorite tricks. It's actually one of the first ones I ever learned. You know what that means? It means I'm pretty good at it. It's very simple. There's really only 4 steps to it, and I'll tell you what they are, okay? So you start with one long piece of rope, and then you just have to cut it exactly in half. Exactly in half, just like, like I said, I'm good at this trick. Do you guys care if let's start over. Let's start over. Okay. All right. So let's find the middle. I think, yeah, that's about right. All right. So let's find the middle, and you cut it there. Still not exactly. Well, you guys aren't. All right, let's start over. Okay. All right, you guys gotta help me this. Step 1, find the middle. Is that it? That's it? Okay, good. All right, cut it in the middle. Step 1, perfectly. Don't play with scissors. Perfectly in the middle. There we go. Thank you. That's step 1. You can apply. Thank you. Step 2. This is difficult as well. Tie knot. All right. Got it. Step 3. Say the magic word. On 3. 1, 2. You guys remember it, right? Scacky wacky. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Step 4. Yank the knot off the rope and throw it in the audience for a rousing round of applause. Thank you. Now, this next trick is probably one of the most classic in all of magic. I think you're going to be quite impressed. Watch. Empty hat, as you can see clearly. Empty. Bunny out there. Thank you. This is Mr. Stub and Fluff. Mr. Stub and Fluff, I don't think they like that very well. Why? Because I told you it wasn't very good. That's why. You want to show them one of your other tricks? That's fine. You guys, Mr. Stub and Fluff apologizes for the horrendousness of that last trick. He would like to show you something else. Would that be okay? Okay. All right. Which one? Are you sure? Okay. You're sure? I have to help him. You don't know why I have to help Mr. Stub and Fluff? Somebody said because he's not alive. That's not true. He just has tiny hands. That's inconsiderate. All right. On 3, Mr. Stub and Fluff. 1, 2, 3. It's Cacky Wacky. Very good. Give Mr. Stub and Fluff a round of applause. Very nice. Now, well, yeah, they probably got to go, though. Okay. He's asking if you're up for 1 more. Yeah! All right, Mr. Stub and Fluff. Go in your house. This is his house. He's got a jacuzzi in here. Can you believe it? All right. Now, watch carefully. 1. 2. Three. Oh, give him a big round of applause. Yeah.
Did you
He's
see
amazing.
that?
It's truly amazing. He really is. All right. I hear some of you that are concerned about Mr. Stuffing Club and want him to come back. That might be difficult. But let's see what we can do. He does have a twin brother, so we'll see. All right, I think you guys are gonna have to help him though. So on 3, give me the magic word, okay? Skaggy-Wag. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he may not have heard you, so I'm gonna need you to give him the magic word one last time, as loud as you possibly can. All right? On 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not Mr. Stuffing Club.
It looks like Snuggles.
That's Snuggles. Snuggles is much better at appearing tricks than Mr. Stuffing Club. Give Snuggles a big round of applause. Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. Loved having you here. I'm going to turn it over to Pastor Steve and give him a round of applause as he comes on.